Hi, I'm Dr. Gail, and I'm a starseed healer. And today I have another story to tell you, and it is for entertainment purposes only. At the end of this video, we're going to do the Starseed Oracle. Pick a card. Here it is, the Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell and Danielle Knoll. I love these cards. These are my favorite ones, and every time I use them, they're just so right spot on with their message. So we'll do that at the end of this video. So today my story starts off with Monto and Clarice showing up in my living room ready to go on a mission. Well, this is unusual because it's usually just Monto and then Clarice joins me later. So I'm not real sure why she came in at the same time Monto did, but they did. And so we took off in the spaceship and we were heading over to, I'm reading my notes, New Mexico. And in New Mexico, there were two Arcturians who had actually crashed there, and we were to rescue them. Now, they were immediately having breathing problems and they landed. So we had to put cream on them to help them breathe. Now, this is a typical thing that happens to Arcturians, is they have trouble breathing on Earth. And I think they can usually carry the cream with them, but don't think these two did. I'm not sure if it was a mistake or they just weren't planning on being on Earth. I'm not sure what exactly happened, but they had crashed and they were immediately having breathing problems. So we had to get them into the spaceship and start applying the cream immediately. Now, Clarice supplies the cream for me. She is my medical assistant. And so I immediately start putting it on them. Now, by the time I've got it on the chest of the first one, they're sitting up and usually helping me put it on the other one. So I'm still finishing the cream on them and they're applying it on the others. And it's an automatic thing that they do to help each other like that, which is, amazing that they're already thinking about the other one and while they're still trying to breathe. But this is very common with the Arcturians, and it is almost immediate when you get the cream on that they can breathe. Now, what is unusual about this is how immediately they did get in trouble breathing, because usually Arcturians can last a little while breathing our air, and then they get in trouble. But these two, I'm not sure why, but they got in trouble immediately. So anyway, so we got them into the spaceship. We got them better, but our mission wasn't over. We were heading over to Brazil to the safe house, and we were collecting somebody who had gone to the safe house, and we were to pick him up and take him to Maryland. So we landed, and I'm usually the one that walks into the safe house and gets them and brings them back out, and I did. I went in there. Was he a good-looking man? Oh my gosh, there's some perks to this job. He was so good looking. I was like, I could hardly take my eyes off of him. He was so good looking. But anyway, so we took him over into the spaceship and then took him to his home, which is in Maryland. No, actually, I don't think that was his home. I think that was probably another safe house that he was going to. And I'm not sure what he'd done, but I knew he was a spy and that he was being protected. So then the next thing we had to do is we had to go get somebody from Portugal and then take him to the safe house. Now I'm feeling like this taxi driver here delivering. I know they needed a lot of security doing this, but anyway, we got the guy from Portugal and took him to the safe house. Now what he was doing in the safe house, in Portugal, was he was acting as a repairman at a lab that was going on in Portugal. And this was a hidden lab that actually, it was either the Americans or the Russians that were in charge of that lab. And he was doing all the spying, getting all the information on it, and he had been compromised. So we were having to pick him up and bring him to the safe house. And by the time we got him there, they already had his family there. He was actually from Mexico, and they had gotten his family there. So the whole family was there safe. Not sure how long he was going to have to stay there, but he was now safe, and the family was safe. So anyway, that's my story today. That was multiple things that I had to do. Now, that's not unusual. There are times that I have to go on multiple missions on one trip. And, you know, none of these seem like really big missions, but they did kind of add up on, you know, how long you're out there doing these things. So now it's time to pick the cards. So I have got them ready. And let me see if I've got them in order. Yes, I got them in order. Okay, here are the 3 cards. And this is 1, 2, 3. Again, that's 1, 2, 3. And take a minute looking at them, trying to decide which one you want, which one speaks to you. Again, that's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, well, let's start off with number 1. You chose number 1. It's We Are the Hathors. And here's the card. These cards are always so pretty. Okay, We Are the Hathors. It's deep love, mother's milk, and birth as a portal. And I'll read you a little bit more in the book. Birth is a portal that ushers in new life. The Hathors are here to remind you that you're a child of the cosmic mother and you're being called to be held by her deep, never-ending love and embrace. This is a tender, nourishing card reminding you to receive the deep, deep love of mother's embrace. The Hathors know that the journey on earth can be rocky and lonely at times, but you're being reminded to rest more deeply in the mother's arms. Okay, now this is one that you are supposed to place on your heart, and this says, place the card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. So everybody virtually put this on your heart, and you are to whisper, I allow the deep love of the cosmic mother to wash over me. I'm loved, I'm held. I'll read that to you again. I allow the deep love of the cosmic mother to wash over me. I'm loved, I'm held. So, as always, powerful messages from the Starseed Oracle. Okay, now the next, number 2, here's number 2, is double mission. Light worker Starseed. Serve the world by being you. And there you go. Another pretty card. Okay, double mission. And I'll read you a little bit about that one. Okay, light worker starseeds are mission and purpose oriented. Light worker starseeds are mission and purpose oriented. Many have the feeling that time's running out and there's something they came here to do, create, or contribute. They're here to grow as souls individually for individual mission and also to contribute to the planet in some action-oriented way, like a collective mission. Their collective mission is often answered through a career calling or by devoting their life to something bigger. Until they remember their collective mission, it can feel as if something's missing or that they're forgetting something important. That's pretty much all of us starseeds. I would think that would resonate with everybody. Okay, the Starseed Soul Inquiry. How can you serve the world by being you? Another powerful message. How can you serve the world by being you? And that is the double mission. Okay, if you pick card number 3, the 7 Star Sisters. Birthing creations, tapestries of life, expression. Look how pretty this is. There you go. All right, let me read you some about the 7 Star Sisters. I'm assuming it's about the Palladians. Okay. There are new creations that want to be born, beauty that's yearning to be woven, new consciousness that's longing to be breathed into life. If you draw this card, you're being called to surrender to these creations, to usher in a new era of consciousness and do your bit in weaving the web of life. This is the card of the artist and the midwife. You're being called to ponder questions. What wants to be birthed through you? What new creations are you whispering in your ear? What beauty are you being called to make? Okay, the Starseed Soul Inquiry. What new creations are you being called to birth? Now, that's a pretty powerful card. All these cards are so powerful, and especially most of the people that are watching here are starseeds. If you're interested in my channel, it's usually you are a starseed. If you're questioning if you're a starseed, you are. So anyway, that is the cards. I would love for you to make comments on which one you picked and which one resonated with you. I really like getting the feedback on these cards. So anyway, that is my story today. That is the pick a card of today. This is for entertainment purposes only. And I hope y'all have a great weekend. And I'll see you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.